That video appears to show another person inside the truck toss a towel to Ramon as he then tried to wipe fingerprint evidence off the victim's car. And now, according to police, new surveillance video led to the arrest of Myrta Romanos.
The murder of Savannah Soto, her unborn son, and her boyfriend, Matthew Guerra, is nothing short of tragic and sad.
Shackled and dressed in a county-issued jail jumpsuit, Myrta Romanos made her first appearance this afternoon in State District Court.
Following the arrest of her stepson, Christopher Preciado, and husband, Ramon Preciado, 47-year-old Myrta Romanos has become the latest individual to be arrested in connection with the tragic death of a pregnant teenager and her boyfriend. Savannah Soto was only 18 years old, and she was expecting a baby with her 22-year-old boyfriend, Matthew Guerra, when their 3 lives were brutally snatched from them in what the authorities said was a drug deal gone wrong. Puzzling as it stands, what could have led to this senseless act of violence that snatched the life of a pregnant teen who barely had a few days to deliver her baby? Was the soon-to-be mother a drug peddler? What was her boyfriend's involvement with the Preciados? Who pulled the trigger that took their lives? These questions and more are what we will find as we delve in to dig for answers in this video.
Let's all started on December 23rd when Savannah Soto didn't show up at the hospital where she was scheduled to be induced and deliver her baby.
18-year-old high school graduate Savannah Soto was born into the family of Gloria Cordova, and she and her family were residents of San Antonio. Between 2022 and 2023, Gloria's once peaceful home encountered a series of catastrophic incidents that would change the course of their lives forever. Young Savannah and her mother were having a rough 2023 following the tragic death of Savannah's younger brother Ethan, who passed away on May 16, 2022, and was 15 years old at the time. His death was reported to be due to an act of revenge for a robbery Victor Rivas believed Ethan was involved in. Before this tragedy, Savannah and her mom had pleaded with Rivas to allow them to pay for the addictive substances purportedly stolen by Ethan, but Rivas refused. Obviously, 18-year-old Victor Rivas wasn't happy with Ethan for stealing THC-related drugs, so he used an underage girl to lure him out of his home and brutally gunned him down. According to a sworn affidavit by Rivas, he asked a girl on Instagram to set up a narco deal with Ethan and stated several times that he was looking for the person who robbed him and was going to catch him when he saw him. The death of Ethan was just an opener into what will be a big turn of events.
Savannah, of course, was a week past due her pregnancy whenever she didn't show up to her hospital appointment Saturday night to be induced. And so that's when her mother knew something was off.
On December 23, 2023, as a normal medical procedure, Savannah was placed on a routine induction labor to help her birth her baby. But when she didn't show up at her scheduled hospital appointment, that was when her mother knew something was off. And after a series of calls and searches, she filed a missing persons report with the Leon Valley Police. This led to the search for Savannah and an investigation into her disappearance. Before her disappearance, she was said to be in a relationship with Matthew Guerra and apparently was pregnant with his baby boy. As a young couple, they were happy and in love. People speculated that they were even happier as they would be welcoming a new member of the family who was to be called Fabian. Now, the worries and cries of an agonizing mother whose daughter is missing raised significant concerns among her family and the community, and a missing person flyer with her details was distributed, urging anyone with information to come forward. Of course, this was done to complement the ongoing search by law enforcement officers. However, as the search continued, the situation became more distressing as hours passed and days passed without Savannah in sight. Heartbroken, Gloria Cordova, Savannah's mother, again took to her Facebook account to seek help from the public in locating her daughter. And at this point, news making the rounds was brought to the attention of the grieving Gloria Cordova that Matthew, her daughter's boyfriend, was also missing. Desperate for answers to the whereabouts of her daughter, she immediately assumes that Matthew is solely responsible for her daughter's sudden disappearance. But unknown to her speculations were far from wrong. Her speculations were based on the fact that prior to the disappearance of both Matthew Guerra and Savannah Soto, unsettling events unfolded. Neighbors witnessed Savannah being very upset one night, and then the both of them leaving the following morning in a car. Furthermore, neighbors also reported witnessing numerous arguments and fights between the couple, as a neighbor even claimed that in one of the events, Guerra got physical with Soto. In addition, court documents revealed that Soto had previously faced domestic violence at the hands of her boyfriend Matthew Guerra following a brutal assault on Christmas Day the previous year. Soto filed charges against Guerra, resulting in a restraining order. The order prohibited Guerra from communicating interacting with Soto in any harmful or injurious manner. However, this court order held no relevance, as it may seem as though the two lovers made amends and decided to move on in love. But this love of theirs won't last long, as their lives were cut short at a critical moment, just as they were about to become parents. These accounts surrounding Matthew Guerra and Savannah Soto's disappearance added complexity and distress to the situation.
On December 26th, SAPD officers received a call for a disturbance.
In what may seem like a breakthrough to finding the missing lovers, on the 26th of December 2023, SAPD received a call about a disturbance in the neighborhood.
When those officers made that location, they discovered the bodies of Savannah Soto and Matthew Guerra. They were found deceased in their vehicle, the Kia Optima, that had also been reported missing.
Matthew Guerra's car was discovered parked in an apartment complex near the medical center. Inside, officers found the bodies of Soto and Guerra. Both had been shot and killed.
After being found dead in their car, it appeared the victims had been deceased for 3 to 4 days. Following some preliminary investigations, Savannah Soto's and Matthew Guerra's death was ruled as a homicide with gun injuries to the head. To solve this case, detectives relied on evidence found in Savannah's cell phone, which indicated the couple had gone to Preciado's home to sell on the night of December 21st, 2023. Matthew Guerra, who was 22 years old at the time, was a Texas native. He was alleged to be involved in the sale of a story that would be corroborated by family and friends following their reports that Matthew Guerra was involved in narcotics-related activity and would post information supporting that on public sources. It would later be gathered that the murder was said to be related to a narco deal gone wrong between Matthew Guerra and Christopher Preciado. Following the discovery of Soto and Guerra's bodies, the investigators intensified their search for the culprits. They turned to surveillance footage, asking for the public's help to identify individuals seen near where the couple was found dead.
Investigators reviewed surveillance video that revealed key evidence to the case. In the video, Guerra's car is seen pulling up to the complex along with a Chevy truck.
In an interesting turn of events on the night of the murder, surveillance footage captured a Chevy Silverado truck arriving at a parking lot on December 21st, just before midnight, near the victim's car.
A man police say is Ramon Preciado got out of the truck, and Ramon appears to be talking to the driver of the victim's car, who police believe was Christopher Preciado.
A man from the Silverado interacted with the driver of the victim's car, who is believed to be Christopher Preciado, and was seen wiping the vehicle's exterior with a towel. Soon after, the Silverado departed. It's believed the victims were already dead at this time. 19-year-old Texan Christopher Preciado, who lives in San Antonio, is the son of Ramon Preciado, but details about his mother remain undisclosed. Christopher recently graduated from Marshall High School in 2023. Having spent his formative years in the heart of South Central Texas, he became involved in some narco-related activities, which eventually led to the death of Savannah Soto and her lover. Christopher was implicated through the content obtained from the surveillance video, and with that information, the detectives followed the trail of Matthew's vehicle to the Charlie Chan Drive area, leading them to a home believed to be connected to the suspect's vehicle from the surveillance. When detectives arrived, Ramon Preciado was present and directed them to speak to his son, Christopher.
According to the affidavit, 19-year-old Christopher Preciado said Matthew and Savannah drove to his house on Charlie Chan Drive to sell him, and that Matthew initially pointed a gun at him. He claims he wrestled the gun away from both victims and shot them in self-defense.
However, detectives listed in their affidavit that they didn't believe Christopher's details were consistent with the evidence at the scene, as they believed this was a point-blank execution and not a case of self-defense. The medical examiner identified that Guerra died from a contact gun wound to the head. According to SAPD, Christopher Preciado is the alleged sole killer in the case, and his father helped hide the bodies.
Now, police arresting 19 years old Christopher Preciado. Police say he is the one who killed the three: Savannah, the unborn child, and Matthew during a drug deal. Police say they were all murdered December 21st, just before midnight at another location.
A week after the interrogation and through further investigations, it was revealed that Christopher was the one who pulled the trigger that ended the lives of the couple and their unborn child. Christopher Preciado was ultimately taken into custody by the San Antonio police for his suspected involvement in the tragic deaths of Savannah Soto and Matthew Guerra, while his father Ramon Preciado was also arrested for his role in moving the corpse of the the couple.
As he was taken off to jail, he is accused of helping his son dispose of the bodies of Savannah Soto and her unborn son Fabian, and the father Matthew Guerra after they were killed by his son.
Further investigation would later prove useful, as it was the string that connected the missing puzzle that led to the arrest of the father and son duo, Ramon and his son Christopher, by the San Antonio police, and actually led to the arrest of a third person.
But the investigation wasn't over.
There was a lot of information on social media that there was a third individual involved.
San Antonio police today staying tight-lipped on whether there is a third suspect in the killings of Savannah Soto, Matthew Guerra, and their unborn son.
Today, Myrta Romanos was taken into custody, accused of helping move the bodies of the couple to the location where they were later found off Danny K. Drive.
This third individual, Myrta Romanos, the stepmother of Christopher Preciado and wife to Ramon Preciado, was said to have helped in moving the bodies of a 9-month pregnant Soto and her boyfriend Guerra.
According to police, new surveillance video led to the arrest of Myrta Romanos.
It's also believed that the weapon used in the murder belonged to Myrta Preciado.
The woman accused of hiding evidence in the murders of a mother-to-be, Savannah Soto, and her boyfriend, Matthew Guerra, is now $500,000 closer to being free.
Following her arrest, Myrta Preciado was initially held for a $1.1 million bond, but a month after she was charged in connection to this case, that amount was dropped substantially by a Bexar County judge to $600,000.
After returning to the bench, Judge Nahara agreed to reduce Romanos' bonds to $600,000, meaning she'll need to come up with around $60,000 in order to post bail.
Meanwhile, father and son duo Christopher and Ramon Preciado are both being held at the Bexar County Jail on the charges of capital murder of a corpse and alter or destroy of a human corpse. Like his wife, Ramon was being held on a combined $600,000 bond. The judge has reduced the bond on the higher charge to $350,000 and denied the motion to reduce bail on the other charge, making it a total of $450,000. We believe that there might still be an ongoing investigation, as the district attorney's office is rumored to await the filing of the complete case investigation to enable them to have a proper review of the facts and make the appropriate charging decisions. Since the case has not yet been presented to a grand jury, it's too early to comment on what punishment will be sought. What are your thoughts on this case? Do you think the families of Savannah Soto and Matthew Guerra will ever get justice for their loved ones? Please feel free to share your thoughts with us in the comments below. And if you have enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Thank you for watching Trapdoor Crime. Until next time, stay safe.